Before YouTube ruled the internet, before social media took over our lives, there was the wild west of the web.
A time when flash games, edgy humor, and questionable web design ruled the internet.
From the viral madness of E-Bum's world to the bizarre animations of Homestar Runner.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into those legendary websites that defined our generation.
Some were funny, some were weird, some, well, you just say you probably shouldn't have been visiting them as a kid.
Definitely not.
So grab your AOL free trial CD,
Fire up that Windows 98.
and let's rewind to the golden age of internet chaos. You remember the AOL CDs? Did you ever use them?
Came in the mail all the time.
Was that, I remember that, and what was the other one?
The sound of it, that like plastic in the front.
So we'll kick it off with Newgrounds. You ever go to newgrounds.com?
Of course, that's where I see my first anime titties.
You saw anime? I remember seeing anime titties on there.
You never seen anything on Newgrounds like that? There's like the squirrel.
Speaking, they'd have the titties.
No, the squirrel not had the titties. Squirrel was like gonads and.
Oh, is that what website? That was Gonads and Strife.
Newgrounds, that's what I was from.
Newgrounds.com is an iconic online entertainment website that had been a hub for flash animations, indie games, music, and art since the late 1990s. It was founded by Tom Flopp in 1995. It became one of the most influential sites in early internet culture, especially during the flash animation boom of the 2000s. Everything was flash.
That was the best.
I remember the Archer game. Remember that? It was the two black stick figures and Archer. You just had to angle them and they hit and they bleed. So simple, but I wasted so much time.
Well, that. Then they had Stick Wars.
Well, there's their most popular creations. Or Alien Hominid. I don't remember that one. Fancy Pants. I played Fancy Pants.
I'll say Salad Fingers.
Meat Boy.
I don't remember that.
Vaguely remember that. And Salad Fingers, but I don't remember Alien Hominid.
There was two games that I remember playing. One was an X-ray game, and like you had to go in and like I think it was like find weapons. But
I remember.
Like, see,
remember that. You go over the thing. Yes, I remember the X-ray game.
I played that one a lot, and then I played. There's this one where it's like a side scroller, and you're this character, and you're shooting down stuff, and depending on how far you got, would uncover like a porn picture.
I know what you're talking about. Everything you play was porn related.
I was a nasty boy.
Newgrounds was known for flash games and animation. The site became famous for its massive library of user-submitted flash games and cartoons, many of which were edgy and hilarious and experimental. You can say that.
Oh, yeah. Newgrounds allowed more adult humor, violence, and satire. That's what I like most about it. What? Right. We didn't even go to the best part, the flash animations. There's like Stick Death. There's a weird like squirrel on there. It would always be like hitting on girls.
What? Hitting on girls?
I don't know how else to say it. There's like a squirrel that was like picking up chicks.
Homestar Runner! This site was known for its high-quality flash animations with a unique blend of absurd humor, pop culture references, and self-aware comedy.
Hey, Marzipan. Frog in a blender?
Yes, I remember Frog in a blender. And there was one, too, where it was a hamster and a pellet gun or whatever. So he was like, one pump! I just remember the one scene because he gets it so many pumps, and he shoots the hamster and he catches it and throws it back at him and it pops his eye. His eye deflates.
Yeah.
And the only reason I knew that website existed was from you.
It was great.
You were talking about something. I was like, what are you talking about? Homestar Runner. I was like, I've never been here. He's like,
that's crazy.
Go.
Even how big the internet was back then.
I know.
How we didn't cross the same stuff. Give him a bird. Give him another bird.
Made weird and lovable characters. The world of Homestar Runner was filled with bizarre yet charming characters, including Homestar Runner himself, the beatbox kicking in.
A masked wisecracking troublemaker and fan favorite, the Cheat, Strong Bad's little yellow sidekick, known for his gibberish noises. Pretty much.
Strong Mad and Strong Sad, Strong Bad siblings, each with their own quirks.
Marzipan. I'm sorry, it's Hippie's girlfriend. Hey, Marzipan.
Coach Z, Bubs, Pom Pom, King of Town. I don't remember playing many games on Homestar Runner, but the site featured flash-based games, including the Trogdor arcade game where you played as Trogdor the Burninator, A beefy armed dragon burning village.
This was so big that was on Guitar Hero.
Tractor! I remember this shittily drawn dragon with a giant arm. You played this?
No, I played it. I didn't play this, but I knew Trogdor was from Homestar Runner.
2002 through 2009, HomestarRunner.com thrived during the Flash animation era, becoming a massive hit before YouTube took over as the dominant video platform. 2010 to 2014, though, the site went mostly inactive as the brothers Chaps moved on to other projects, including working on TV shows like Yo Gabba Gabba and Gravity Falls.
Did you ever watch Yo Gabba Gabba?
Yeah, I don't know what Gravity Falls is, but I know what Yo Gabba
You've
Gabba
never
is.
seen Gravity Falls is probably the best.
What's Gravity Falls? I know what Yo Gabba Gabba is. That's so strange.
Bless you. Even Yo Gabba Gabba was actually kind of alright. Some of them songs I still sing. There's a party in my tummy, so yummy. Homestar Runner was one of the earliest examples of viral internet comedy, influencing later web cartoons, YouTube animators, and even mainstream shows. The humor, voice acting, and DIY approach made it a cult classic that still has a dedicated fan base today. AKA
There's
me.
something about the old, like a simple animation
it's
thing.
like-
Too, everything's like the whole. I think that's
It's
why
too
South Park
overdone.
is still so big after like 20 years. But I think the internet was so golden back then because you couldn't instantly share it. You had to tell somebody about it, and like they'd have to go find it.
It was that, and it was like you'd watch one, and there wasn't a new one until like a week or so later.
Yeah, I remember going through
'Cause that's
sites
kinda
like that. You'd go back to where the last thing you saw, and like, oh, I'm caught up, like, and that was it. Now I think we grew up on that, so it's like I can't never catch up. I remember Instagram used to be like that.
Yeah.
You're all caught up. Remember it would say that?
Yeah.
You scroll back.
You've seen everything you needed to see.
I remember I used to love Yahoo. I used to go on Yahoo, and then remember they had all the new movie trailers.
Yep.
So you could get on there, and it would show you the whole year. And I used to go down and just watch movie trailers. Like, oh, this movie's coming out in July. Oh, I'll watch it. And I'd get on there and see every day and see what new movie trailers popped up. I can't tell you where to go look for new movie trailers now. But it had everything laid out by month and then like the release date. Funnyjunk.com.
Never been on that one.
No, you've never been to Funny Junk? Oh, yeah, you have. FunnyJunk.com is one of the early internet humor and meme sites that gained popularity in the early 2000s. It served as a hub for users to upload and share funny images, comics, videos, and GIFs.
GIFs.
So GIFs or GIFs.
Making a key player in the rise of the internet meme culture. I definitely don't remember this.
I remember it. Thanks,
Skateboarding?
Jeeves.
Sometimes I was like, bro, did you ever get on the Yellow Pages?
No. Why would you get on Yellow? What were you doing on Yellow Pages?
That was like Craigslist before Craigslist. You could back there and like see women selling their bodies.
What? On Yellow Pages?
Yes.
How did you discover this?
We had weird. Well, I didn't have weird neighbors. My cousin had weird neighbors.
Still doesn't. How do you get from I had weird neighbors? Did you know Yellow Pages has women before OnlyFans?
Well, they used to live in a duplex. They would hang out with each other, and she'd come and she'd check out this website. Like, no, I haven't. She's like, I go in here to meet singles.
On Yellow Pages?
Yes, like I said, it was like,
Man, we did grow. The internet was crazy.
yeah, to have stuff like that on Yellow Pages.
I remember getting in chat rooms. They'd be like, oh, there's an adult chat room. And it'd be always hyperlinks. You want to see girl on girl action? Click here. Fucking
Yeah.
Don't click it. Like,
Well, what was even worse was my user name. It didn't set me up for success, I can tell you that.
Why, what was it?
Boy with a big toy.
Yeah, this was before Chris Hansen. He was fucking in chat rooms. Oh, there's a boy with a big toy. Hey, bud. These people were online sharing pictures. That took some work back then. About 20 years ago. This ain't fucking no Snapchat. Yeah, click, upload. Ooh, I do that. You had to get a camera first off. Take the picture, hook it up to your computer, transfer it, and it wasn't like, oh, it's sit there for fucking 20 minutes transferring.
Download the image. Then you'd have to download the image again, change it to like a PDF or some other file. You're talking like a 2-hour process.
And it wasn't like today. It takes 5 seconds to change file thing. It sit there and watch the little paper flip and go over. The lawsuit. For FunnyJunk.com, the oatmeal lawsuit of 2011. Funny Junk got into a legal battle with the oatmeal creator Matthew Inman. What's a hell of a last name?
Inman? He is definitely Inman. The beach is getting him.
Oh my, it's getting me. Who accused Funny Junk of stealing his comics without credit? This escalated into a hilarious internet drama involving charity donations, and lawsuits.
Someone get this guy a speaking spell.
This is the one that
defined a generation.
Defined my internet usage that I remember the most about going there on a daily basis. You and your routine check-in. I'd go here first, and then I'd check the other ones, and I'll play a game and talking about E-Bombs World.
Viral videos before YouTube.
Before YouTube existed, E-Bombs World was one of the main places where people watched and shared funny, weird, and outrageous videos. I do believe
this is where the Tourette's guy,
Facebook, fucked everything up.
Oh, that too.
Because this also existed when MySpace was around. Mm-hmm. And all you'd share on MySpace was hyperlinks to this. Anyway, E-Bombs World. The site had a collection of simple but addictive browser games and popular Flash cartoons. Did you have dirty cartoons? Prank calls and soundboards. E-Bombs World was known for hosting prank calls. I remember Arnold's Pizza Shop.
Yeah,
off
Arnold,
E-Bombs World.
Dr. Phil. I remember the Chinese lady.
They had every soundboard imaginable.
Had a bunch of them.
Site had a wild West vibe with a mix of dark humor, offensive jokes, and not safe for work material, making it a hit with rebellious internet users.
I hate when they say that though. Because it's like, that's what everybody was doing. What do you mean?
Nobody knew what the internet was. Why were we fucking 8 years old on it?
I don't know. But also, it's like, maybe that's why I am f***ed up.
No, I think it's why we're wise. You had to learn, like, oh, it's too good to be true was cemented into our brains at fucking a single-digit age.
Oh, yeah.
And now we get like, you know how many viruses we had on our family computers?
How much shit we had on there. Probably tracking us,
and now it's like us. We know. The Media Vault. It was a section that housed everything from fails, bloopers, crazy stunts, and weird internet clips, helping shape early internet meme culture. E-Bombs World became infamous for taking content from other creators without permission and watermarking it as their own. This led to conflicts with animators from Newgrounds and other artists. As a callback, the Newground Wars. Major internet feud broke out with Newgrounds.
And E-Bombs, as Newgrounds creators accused E-Bombs World of stealing their Flash animations, and rivalry. Say that word.
Rivalry. I don't know what you were doing. You fucking rivalry. My brain.
Rivalry.
You turned my brain smooth for a second. I don't know what the hell.
Ours don't work right. Protest. Eric. Ballman
I had no idea
sells a site.
That was somebody's last name.
Ballman.
I had no idea that E-Bomb was a man. I never once did I question what's E-Bombs World mean. Like, I had no idea that E-Bomb was his name and it's his world. He sells a site in 2008. Bomb sold E-Bomb's World to a company called Handheld Entertainment for a reported $15 million, leading to a decline in quality and relevance. Well, see what you get when you sell something. You sell your baby, and they try to keep it up and running. It just.
Could you imagine if, like,
$15 million for making a meme site?
If this is as big as it was then as it is now, it'd probably be like $1 billion. Site.
Oh, I guarantee it. E-Bombs World was a pioneer of virtual internet humor and played a huge role in the rise of memes, prank culture, and flash entertainment. Despite its shady reputation, it helped define internet comedy before platforms like YouTube and TikTok existed. TikTok wasn't even... We're talking 20 years before TikTok. Welcome to Rotten.com. Rotten.com was one of the most infamous shock websites of the early internet, active from 96 to 2017. I didn't realize it was still around in 2017.
Specialized in graphic, disturbing, and controversial content, often featuring crime scene photos, autopsies, accidents, and other morbid images.
The site's tagline was, "It was an archive of disturbing illustration." I remember vaguely a gallery I came across once. The one was shotgun suicides, and at that point, it's like nothing but a horror movie because it's like,
oh yeah,
this can't be real. And then the other one that I still think about today was, it was like helicopter. It wasn't helicopters in general. It was like a gallery of like fucked up shit, but there was this picture of a helicopter, and then on this side there was like a chunk of brain here and a chunk of brain here, and it was like a decapitation by helicopter. And that's when I was like, man, I don't need to visit this site no more.
That's kind of like what, like, I still call it Twitter, but X is turning into. It's like every time I get on there, it's either ladies with their tits out or someone died.
That's my Instagram. It's either videos of women shaking their ass or like catastrophic accidents. So I'm like, oh my God.
I don't want to watch this no more. I'll say there was a period of my life that I was on like cartel, like,
no, I never.
Dismemberments. I was like, why am I on this? Why am I watching this?
The scary thing was how easy it was to find shit like that. What was on Rotten.com? Graphic and shocking images. The site hosted real-life photos of dead bodies, crime scenes, medical anomalies, and violent accidents, making it one of the most notorious websites online. How do you think they got these photos? True crime and conspiracy content. Rotten.com had an article covering historical murders, assassinations, and bizarre deaths, often with a darkly humorous tone.
I don't know if it was on here or where it was, but I remember watching the Pain Olympics as well.
You had to bring it up, didn't you?
We're talking about our childhood. That's pretty much.
That's
right in line.
It's bad when you have to say childhood and Pain Olympics. How many people know? I don't know how many of these young people know what the Pain Olympics was. And I remember like hearing about it and knowing what it was, but never seeing it.
Oh, I seen it.
And then coming across it one day by accident, and I was like,
"How you come across it by accident?"
It was on one of these, like, I feel like it was in like the like Rotten.com or one of the sites that had like a random thing. It was like, oh, random video, and it fucking popped up, and it was the fucking like, oh, chop it off.
Infamous sections: celebrity death photos, leaked or hard to find images of famous people after their deaths.
This is where I saw. Remember that Tiny Tim's casket photo?
I didn't see that.
They had I think they I can't remember. They had a bunch of celebrities like in their caskets, photos. I'm like, who the fuck is taking these pictures? Like, who goes to a viewing? It's like, hey, it's not like you have a phone. Like you can be all nonchalant. It's flash bulbs and everything. Yeah. Their medical oddities, shocking medical conditions, surgeries, and deformities. The Rotten Library, a collection of morbid, weird, and controversial historical events. And they were all unfiltered, unlike mainstream news. Rotten.com didn't censor graphic material, which made it a go-to for those curious about the darker side of reality. I was curious, and then I got uncurious.
I became
Real
uncurious
quick.
very, very quick.
What happened to Rotten.com? The website stopped uploading around 2009 and officially went offline in 2017. The reasons for its downfall? The rise of social media and stricter internet regulations, legal pressure and difficulty hosting extreme content, and competitors like LiveLeak, which shut down in 2021, and Best Gore, which shut down in 2020, took over the shock site niche. Ron.com was one of the first internet shock sites, shaping early online dark humor and morbid curiosity, while controversially, it played a role in the early days of uncensored internet freedom, for better or worse. And that's a wrap, folks. We've successfully managed to make you laugh, cry, maybe even question your sanity for another episode. If you enjoyed this chaos, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next ridiculous adventure. Leave a comment. Let us know what made you laugh the hardest. Unless it's our entire show, and then we'll accept that too. Thanks for hanging out with us. Stay weird, stay wonderful, and remember, if you're not laughing, you're doing it wrong. Catch you next time. Bye!